Our next presenter is Janice Camp. Janice is a senior lecturer at the University of Washington School of Public Health. Originally from Oregon, she worked on the effort to stop construction of the Trojan nuclear power plant. She grew up close to the Columbia River and has been interested in Hanford and its downstream effects. Janice?
Thanks. I think, like many of the other people here who grew up in the 50s and in the era of the nuclear arms race and the duck and cover drills in grade school and high school, it's really hard to not think about how Hanford has affected our lives. And I remember when I was particularly worried at one time about whether the Russians or the Chinese were going to bomb us in Portland, Oregon, a cynic told me, well, not to worry, we're on ground zero. They're going to be bombing Hanford first, and we're going to all be vaporized. So not a problem. Don't worry about it. I consider myself a scientist, and I really value the logic of science, the quantitative nature of science, the fact that it's a way of systematically answering a question and trying to objectively come up with some sort of an answer. But science is a process. It's not an end. And it is something that has unintended consequences sometimes. And the other thing that I think is interesting about science, particularly in our current culture, is that we've had this separation between mind and body, that we have really relegated science to a little compartment of its own, and it doesn't really interact all that much with our lives other than imposing itself on our lives. It's layered on our life. This piece is called Site W, and it's my way of thinking about and honoring the people who were at the Hanford site before Hanford was a nuclear reserve. In the late 1930s, early 40s, the U.S. government was looking for a place to build a nuclear arms factory. And they looked all over the West for places that had lots of water, access to power, and was considered uninhabited. And the Hanford, what was then a little village of Hanford and a little village of White Bluffs, had a few thousand people, but lots of water and access to power through the Grand Coulee Dam. And it was called Site W. It was one of 3 sites the Department of Defense was looking at. It was the one that was chosen. And the people that were living in the town of Hanford were given 30 days to vacate their farms. They had been farming this land for well over 100 years. They were trying to grow orchards and grain crops and cattle on very challenged soil, as anybody who's been to Eastern Washington can attest to. And they were given 30 days and pennies on the dollar for their land. And this is my way of thinking about the people who had those farms. This is looking at the Hanford High School, which was used as an administration building for the people who built the Hanford site, through barn doors, barn boards that were left over from a presumed barn on the Hanford area, with science layered on top of it, but not really part of it. So my way of honoring the people who came before the Hanford Nuclear Reserve. Thank you.